Good morning. Welcome to Virtual Networkers, the Friday edition. I hope everyone had a great week so far. I know my audio isn't working. Well, that's not fun. How about now, Tracy? No? Well, ooh. We're going to go ahead and get started. Do you want to do elevator speeches or no? No. All right, let's go around and say your favorite color. So I'm going to call on you, and you're going to tell everybody your favorite color or colors if you're like me, who is indecisive about color choices. Let's learn something new about each other. So I can't wait to hear Anne's favorite color. Anne.
Pink.
Pink. That's not what I would have guessed. That's funny. All right, everybody knows mine?
Purple.
Yeah, good guess. How about you, Susan Driscoll, favorite color? Well, we can't hear you.
There we go. Do I have to pick one?
Nope. You can pick more than one you love.
Blue, purple, charcoal gray, and like a taupey color.
Ooh, that sounds like a lovely little living room set. That's pretty. All right, Tammy, favorite color?
For the longest time, it was purple, but I've recently changed it to yellow.
Very cool. Yellow's a pretty color. And you got yellow behind you. I like it. All right, Kate, favorite color?
My brand's colors, of course, purple, orange, yellow, and light blue.
Yay! Pretty brand color.
Alahana.
Mary Beth, how about you? Favorite color or colors?
Blue and green. They switch. Yeah.
Very cool. Not in your brand. That's interesting. Sherry, and let's hear yours.
My favorite color is teal. My favorite color combination is turquoise and lime. And one of my favorite colors to wear is like any kind of hot pink magenta. So I'm kind of all over the board.
No, I like what's all bright and vibrant. Very pretty. How about you, Kelly?
Green. My name's Kelly, right? You know?
Yeah, well, that goes together. That's
green and then purple. I love purple.
Purple looks good on you. All right, Debbie, what you got? I think I should know Debbie's, but I don't.
Oh, I have two, and one is navy blue and the other is green, any shade of green, with the exception of lime green.
No lime green.
And Kelly, I actually know someone whose name is Kelly Green.
That's unfortunate. Hannah, your favorite color?
Blues.
Things in the blues. I love it. Margaret, looking pretty in blue today.
Thank you. Blues are my favorite. This is sort of a periwinkle. It is one of my favorites. And the royal electric blue, as well as pinks like Sherry was saying, the magenta and the hot pink, which, you know, my favorite blouse I wear.
Yes, you do have a pretty pink blouse. Yes.
And so those are part of my brand. Navy blue is part of my brand. So I do wear that, but I look better. I look better in this color.
Yeah, very vibrant. Yes. Navy blue is pretty too, though. Darlene, the photographer.
Good morning. It is white, which is wonderfully simplistic. And in summer, just a white, anything that bright, clean white, I love. Okay. And teal. And some people call it electric blue. I call it an azure blue. And because I know astrology a little bit, it is my soul's color. So when I see that, it's like coming home.
Oh, what love! That's so lovely.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm asking this question because I'm learning so much about you. Tracy, you're up next.
Morning, ladies. I love all the jewel tones, but there's power in the purple. I love purple.
Girl. I love it too. Laura T. Oh, you're muted, Laura, with your 30-second success thing behind you. Look how cute. Let's just take a moment to admire what's behind Laura there.
Oh, and my book too. Wait, there you go. There you go.
Nice.
Get in the office and you know, all feng shui here. Yes. So many of you know, I always wear my colors, my company colors on stage. They're purple, green, and blue, and it's on my book. But I have to admit, when I became a leader for virtual networkers, I was super excited because I could buy purple shirts because purple's my favorite color.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay to purple shirts. I have a few purple shirts. Judy, what's your favorite color?
My granddaughter always asks me, it's like, well, what am I using it for? You know, the color I wear isn't the color I would want on my house. You know, it's like, it's conditional, but I guess if I had to pick something, purples, reds, yeah.
Deep colors.
Deep colors, yeah.
Very pretty.
And teal, I do like teal.
Teal's a pretty color too. Yes,
Yeah.
I like teal too. All right, Connie Jo, what you got?
Turquoise is my favorite, all shades of turquoise. And then my second is red.
Red.
I love red things.
More power colors. I love it. All right, Stacy. Good to see you, Stacy.
Hello, everyone. I've missed everyone. Since I've been a kid, I've said my favorite color is blue. But green has come on strong in adulthood. So I'll say
really
green. The green, all the growing things, the grass, the trees, like spring when there's I'm like, where's Darlene on this green? In the spring when there's a million shades of green, you look out and everything's a different shade of green. Fabulous.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Well, let's welcome Pam. Hi, Pam. Because we all know each other, I decided to ask a question, which is, what is your favorite color or colors? So Pam, tell us.
My favorite color is hyacinth blue.
Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty.
And it's sometimes when you gravitate towards a color, it gravitates towards you.
Yep.
And I happen to have a car that color, and sometimes I get in with a sweatshirt that color, and they think that I color coordinate everything, but I just start seeing the world in hyacinth blue. So happy Friday.
Pretty? I love that. I love the stories y'all are sharing with your favorite colors. One of the reasons why I like purple, which I've liked since the 4th grade, is because it was my aunt/godmother's favorite color. And she told me that, and I decided that I wanted to be like her and like purple too. And so here we are, a few years later, 40 years later, still hanging on purple. Well, that was fun, ladies. Thank you so much for playing along. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and use the chat box, first, last name, email address, because I'm still going to take attendance for today. We have some folks out because it's a crazy time of year. Tracy, well, I have Tracy down, but Tracy's here. My apologies. I had you, I think you said you were going to be out, or did I mess that up?
I was supposed to, but with the gas situation, I didn't want to drive to Atlanta and have issues.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, we're glad you're here. Speaking of traveling, Jennifer's headed to Colorado. Susan Shelton's had some other things going on. Suzanne Bellavista got her second COVID vaccine yesterday. Hope she's feeling well. Rachel decided to skip off with her lover, her French lover. So have fun with that. And Clark is at a track and field meeting. I remember those days. So that was fun. I'm going to go ahead and just rattle off my announcements here at the beginning since I already kind of started. Reminder, next Friday, the 28th. No meeting. We're going to go into a nice long Memorial Day weekend. So no meeting on the 28th. Connie Jo, I'm assuming your chapter is not meeting on Memorial Day. Is that a safe assumption?
Correct. No meeting.
Laura, any cancellations on your side for Memorial Day? It's okay if you don't.
No.
Okay. So Laura's scheduled as normal. And I believe Rachel is too. Also a reminder, on Tuesday, June 15th is our coffee day party. This is an everyone can come, guests as well as all members and virtual networkers. The start time is 11 a.m. Eastern. It'll go to 12:30. You're welcome to come in and out. Next week, after probably midweek, I'll put the event page up. I'll get it up a little bit earlier so you can think about who to share, and I'll have the graphics in there. So if you want to invite somebody and need a graphic, you'll have all that probably about like Wednesday of next week. So keep an eye out for that. And then we had a speaker opening come up because Sherry was bumped up to cover for somebody. So we need a speaker on June 25th. Does anybody want that speaking spot? Laura Templeton wants that speaking spot.
I'll take it. I'll
third
take
quarter.
it.
Sherry, are you third quarter? No. Second quarter. I said the wrong number. No, wait. Third quarter.
Third quarter.
Who's third quarter? Okay, Margaret, could you send Laura Templeton the link so she can populate she already has it, but anyway, I just need the info in the spreadsheet.
What was the date on that? June what?
25.
That's what I thought.
Thank you, Laura, I look forward to your presentation.
I'll do something different.
Yay.
I'm working on something new, so that'll be fun.
You can use us as little, not guinea pigs, as a little beta testers.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura, for doing that.
I just saw these little beta fish running around in a bowl. I'm sorry.
I know.
They're much prettier.
Well, I used to have guinea pigs. They're very cute.
I know.
I don't want them to be hurt. So we're going to go into business mastermind. So usually I pull names out, but there's not a lot of us here today. So I think I'm just going to keep it simple and open the floor. So for those of you who haven't done this with us before, this is your chance to ask any sort of business related question. This could be related to marketing. It could be related to finance. It could be related to writing, anything related to business. We know the experts in this room. Plus, we all been entrepreneurs for a while, so we've learned some tricks of the trade. So let's open it up. Anybody have a question they want to raise their hand, her hand to go. Coffee dates is a Wednesday. Kelly needs to know the next coffee date for Laura's chapter.
It is this coming Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yep.
So this coming Wednesday.
Yep.
More coffee dates. Thank you, Laura. Thank you,
Coffee
Kelly.
dates. Coffee dates.
Anyway, so who's got a question? I'll call on you if you don't raise your hand. That was a threat. Darlene, thank you, my friend.
So the last mastermind, I had a lot of questions answered, and I apparently need to hear this one again if I asked it again. I'm looking for ways to increase my contacts that are not, no limitations. I'm looking for ideas on how to increase my contacts.
So when you say contacts, do you mean like referral sources or ideal clients or just people can you define contacts for us?
Ideal clients, and I was sending out, I wouldn't call it a newsletter, but an email just giving people updates and new ideas and so forth. And so I want to, that's a small number of people that I know. So I want to expand that. And also ideal clients as I'm getting clearer on that, what that is.
Oh, well, I saw Debbie hand go up, then Laura Templeton. So we'll go in that order. Go ahead, Debbie, then Laura T.
So this is such a great question, Darlene, because having your email list is actually the most important asset for your business, because if social media went away tomorrow, you would have no contacts. So one of the things that has worked for most of us in some capacity is having something on your website or that you can give away as a freebie. So think about what your ideal clients might want that you could easily give away for free. And for you, it might be something about the way that, how you get such great pictures of animals or something like that, like 10 tips to help help you take pictures. I don't know, I'm just riffing, but
great idea. No, I love that.
And then you can put that on your social media, you can put it on your email, and then with your newsletter, just make it super consistent and help them.
It's my,
yeah.
My albatross.
But here's the thing, it's better to have it less frequent and be consistent and then add in. So if you did a monthly one, make it simple. There's a real nice little formula that I use, but I'm going to let someone else talk. So that's my suggestion, is get something that you can give away.
Very much.
Love it. Laura T, what you got?
And I think that, Darlene, you and I have had a couple of different conversations. One of the things that I think might be advantageous for you, kind of almost like a virtual art show.
Yes, I'm really, that idea is really percolating.
Yeah, I think it would be beneficial. You can have people register for it. You could do it, use Eventbrite to have people register, and that's a great way to collect their emails. And it could be a free art show. And you could even talk about, you're going to give them tips on how to take really great photographs in nature during that art show.
Excellent.
So kind of piggybacking on what Debbie said is, give them some free tips during that art show. So
wonderful.
Beautiful. I love that idea. That's awesome.
Me too.
Margaret, go ahead.
I have a request of Darlene. Darlene, all I see is this.
Oh, sorry.
Because of your name. And
Sorry.
I've been wanting for weeks to say,
Thank
sometimes
you.
we need to change your camera because I never see your whole face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's just, yeah, I'd like
Thank
to
you.
see all of you.
My whole face. Thank you.
You are so much better than Kilroy, Darlene.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. I saw a bunch of hands go up, and I'm not sure what order. So I'm gonna go Stacy, then Tracy. Oh, I love when it rhymes.
All right, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be a little provocative, and I'm going to say that most of the advice that you get in terms of, you know, how to build your contacts, how to build your group, how to do all these things are coming from the 70% of the world that are builder types in their career design and what worked for them. And really, what I'm learning is the best way to grow your business, it seems the easiest, is to go based on your human design. So there's different things within your human design that you can look at, and you can look at what type you are. That will give you some information. You can look at your public role. So there are some people who, as part of their public role, are an influencer, which means that everything comes to them through their network. Like everything, my husband's an influencer. Everything comes to him through his network. Every opportunity, every every person he uses is everything. I am not a networker, so things come to me differently. Some people are meant to be leaders, some people are meant to be messengers. So actually what I teach my clients is that when you do it according to your own unique design, and there's 16 different codes in your design, then it gets easier to build your business. So, and that even goes for the consistency, because I am not consistent, but there's reasons why I'm not, and it works out if that's only if it's in alignment with your design. So just leave you that to think about.
Yeah.
That's
not very helpful,
fabulous.
but
Yes.
something to stimulate. So let's make that practical. So go back, what has worked for you in the past, maybe not in your business, but in different ways. So how have you gotten friendships in your life? Where else have you been successful? Have you been successful in a volunteering thing or something?
That's a great question.
And go back and look what worked there to have your success.
Great.
Excellent. Thank you.
Woof.
Great
All right,
minds.
Tracy.
Great minds.
Tracy, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sort of pulling on all of those ideas because, Darlene, I have yet, as far as I know, and all of the times we've done, even seen one of your pieces of art. So, you know, maybe a virtual background featuring one of yours, or like on that wall space behind you, because, you know, if it's art that touches your soul, but I've yet to see anything when we're together virtually. So it kind of pulls on all of those things. And as you and I chatted, you know, and even Debbie mentioned, even something as simple as a micro fiber cleaning cloth, we talked about, you could feature your art on something like this.
Yes. Wonderful.
Because everybody uses, whether it's technology, everybody's using touch screens now. So it's not just for your glasses, it's for your home, it's for your car. But that kind of goes with what Debbie said, it goes with what Laura said, even with what Stacy said. But we need to see what it is that you do so that we can share that even further down the line.
Thank you. I was wondering whether or not, can I do that on this meeting during my 30 seconds, or is that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've always challenged Tracy to bring a product demo, and she usually does. I think she usually does it during announcements because she'll wrap an announcement around it. But you can do it during your 30 seconds or your announcement. But we would love to see your art. When we had Kathleen Slavin in our group, she often would show her art, and it was lovely to see. So feel free to do that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Debbie, go ahead.
I was going to say, you know, you have as Hannah pointed out, you have a fantastic Instagram. So think about how you could leverage that. Like when, like you've sent me a gorgeous photograph, to have people take a selfie, challenge them to take a selfie with your art. And also you've got that wall behind you. Put it on even, even a rotating little easel that you can have your art displayed behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not at home at the moment. I'm in Maryland at the moment, but I will.
Oh, you have to go say hi to Debbie.
Just in time for the cicadas. You planned that
I
well.
came at the right time.
Yeah.
Darlene,
Thank
was
you.
that helpful? You got some
Very,
things?
extremely. Thank you. Food for my soul. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope we got a little bit of everything. A lot of great ideas. Again, listening to Stacy's advice, I always say this too for marketing: do what brings you joy in your marketing, because that's where you get your results. If you're doing something icky, that's a wrong energy. And I know Kate Barnes is probably shaking her head. Yes, yes, yes. It's all about the energy you put into it. And so find something you love to do, and then you'll get those contacts you're looking for.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was great. Thank you everyone for your responses. And yes, make sure to check out Darlene's Instagram. It is beautiful, as Hannah indicated. All right, that was a great way to kick us off. Who else has a question? And remember, this is also a great little focus group. So if you want to run an idea for something you are doing, that'd be great. But I saw Connie Joe's hand go up, so let me go ahead and call on Connie Joe.
So I've been doing another blast of coffee chats. I've had several this past week and more next week. And so every time I do a chat, I do follow-up emails. And sometimes it involves more than one email, because I'll do like, I enjoy chatting with you, and there's usually something I've told people I'm going to send them. And then sometimes I'll do an introduction. And I spent a lot of time yesterday on just doing emails. And I need to know how, like, I've never had a VA. So can you use a VA to do stuff like that? I don't know how, because it's so personal what I send, but it's something that's eating up a lot of time.
Lori T just shot her hand right up, so go ahead. She got an idea.
I actually used to use a VA for that. Unfortunately, my VA left me, but she graduated college and went to do something else. So now I'm trying to find somebody else. But Connie Joe, even not necessarily using a VA, but what we found was I actually created templates with her help. And I would literally tell her, okay, I need you to send this letter to this person. This is what I need you to, or here's an introduction I need you to do for me. So I had a couple different templates that I created. You can do that and now I use them myself. But it's a lot easier when I have a templated email that I can go in and personalize than when I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah, I do have a template or templates for different types of emails, but it's still it's all the personalizing. And I don't know how it seems like by the time you tell somebody how to make it personal, like what all the details, that you need to do, it's like you could do it yourself. So it's this.
You have to, I would say I would weigh and measure how much, it's kind of like what you're tracking is how much of a response, what's the outcome from you going that deeply personal, as opposed to being a little less personal. You know what I mean? Just being a little more, it's still personal. An email is still personal. People don't know that you're sending the same email to 10 different people unless they all know each other, but and they still don't compare emails. But you have to weigh your time. Your time is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So how much time are you spending personalizing as opposed to creating a template that you can drop a few things into and be done with it. So my 2 cents.
I saw Margaret's hand and then Anne's hand. Margaret, go ahead.
Thank you. Connie Joe, I think I would suggest talking to Laura Clark. See what she has to say about that. And because being that she owns a VA business, maybe she could help you with that. So.
Okay, thank you.
Other than that, I often, especially when I was doing a lot of career transition work and I was sending out multiple emails that said the same thing, I just forward it and changed quickly the name and the information, of course, deleted the forward. And so none of them saw that they were getting the same email with the information, but that's the way I've done it, is just I forward the same thing, but just be very careful that you start from the bottom and go up. So you're making sure that you change everything appropriately. So that's one of the things that's worked for me to save time.
Love it.
Thank you.
How about you, Anne? What you got?
I was going to second to contact Laura Clark. And also, I'm just wondering, even if you're doing something really personal or personalized with a VA, it would probably be faster. Now I'm going to age myself for you to dictate something,
Otter.
or however you do that nowadays in technic mode, and send them your dictation, and then they can just do what you've told them, and you don't have to write it out to them and type it out to them or get on the phone with them. Just,
Yeah, that's a good
record
idea.
it
I like
and
that.
send it.
I like
And
that
then
idea. Yeah.
That's very good. All right, Debbie, then Laura T.
I'm going to say something, similar that's a little techier. I would be to use the Loom, Loom, to create a Loom video for how you do it, and then talk about, what parts you need them to do, and then how, I would make it a collaborative process, like talk about what you're looking to accomplish and then how you're doing it now, and then let them sort of be a little creative once you have that relationship. And see how you can simplify, because I know it takes a lot of time for, just because we talk, I know that it takes a chunk of time. So even think about how you want that to be instead, like what are need to haves and what are like to haves, and structure your templates that way.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Make
you.
them easy.
Go ahead, Judy.
Well, I'm wondering, I haven't seen anybody do this, but I bet you it would take less time to record a quick video saying how much you enjoyed it and send them that than to do any of the, the rest of it. Just, it would take a minute to say it, record it, and send it.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
You can put on
That'd be different too.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a video from anyone like that.
Well, you can be funny. You could you can bring your little duster. Clean notebooks.
Funny hat, yeah.
Funny hat, little whoopee cushion, like sit down. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, did you get what you needed, Miss Connie Jo?
Yeah, I did. I got lots of good ideas. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. If you have more ideas for Connie Jo, feel free to throw them in the chat box for her too. Kate had her hand up when Connie Jo had her hand up. So Kate, did you have something you wanted to share with us?
I do. I love the focus group thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am probably going to revive the turn your business notes into gold. So raise your hand if you ever have a messy desk as an entrepreneur. Okay, just a couple of you. Okay. I don't know if I want to ask this. Maybe I'll just reach out. I'm going to reach out later when I've got some specific questions, since it's, a subset of the group. And then I'll invite you all to a focus group where you'll get prizes or compensation for your participation. So I'll just plant that little seed right now, and we'll do that.
Okay, good. Did you have any other questions or anything we can help you with?
No, actually, if you want to put your name in the chat like Laura did, that would be super helpful for me to just quickly capture.
Yep, very good. So if you're interested in learning more about Kate, little beta program with prizes possibly, stick your name in there. I see
incentives
going in. Yes, love it. Love it. Excellent. Love it. All right, who else has a question or something we can help you with? Kelly, go ahead.
So I am working with Laura Clark to work on some systems, and one of the things that I'm tasked with is working on a re-engagement email series. We've identified out of my list, we're kind of cleaning my list, and identified a group that hasn't been engaged in a period of time. And this is not my area. How do I write a re-engagement email? And I've done some research online, and they talk about just keep it really short, just reach out, talk about, offer them something that might encourage them or engage them a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, with all these awesome minds and experiences, what your suggestions would be.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pipe in because I've done this before. And then, of course, if anybody else has anything to add, you're whatever, please feel free. But when I've done engagement campaigns, and I've done 2 re-engagement campaigns, I did offer a gift. So I would write an email that has said, and I was very honest, I've noticed that on my email program, I could only count clicks or something like that, whatever the criteria was. I said, I've noticed you haven't clicked on my emails in the past, and I just want to make sure that you're still interested in receiving my emails. If you are, please click here to download my free gift. And if you're not, then don't do anything, and we'll say our goodbyes. And I would, so I'd have that main email, and then there was some emails behind it sent at certain frequency, maybe a week later or so. And so there were just 2 or 3 behind that said, here's your last chance. And by that 4th email, or 3rd email, I think it was actually 3 emails altogether, if they had not clicked on my free gift, then I knew that they did not want to be engaged, and they were tagged appropriately in my software, and they were no longer in my email list. They were still in my database, but they weren't tagged to receive my newsletters and my sales promotional things. So the gift, my first gift was an electronic copy of my book. That was the first gift. And then the second gift, I had a magnetic marketing checklist, which was like a 4-page PDF. Debbie might remember that. And that was the gift. And so I would say it was interesting because I had people click on the gift. I had people respond, say, I'm not interested in your gift. Please don't take me off your list. And they still wanted to, so they just weren't interested in that particular thing. And then I had people like tell me off. So, it ran the gamut. I was like, yeah, certainly we want to remove you from the list. So you may not have that, because people get cranky with marketing coaches, not more so than anybody else, I think. But again, so think about something. It could be a copy of your book, something juicy though, something that really will compel people to want to click, whatever that is, a class, a big Q&A call with you, whatever. Make it really juicy. So now I'm going to open up the floor. Who has done re-engagement camp? Tracy, go ahead. Tracy had her hand. Nope. Sorry.
It wasn't a ring. It wasn't, I kind of have a part 2 question to your question.
Go ahead.
As Kelly. And this is for the whole group, because until I joined this group, virtual wasn't my world. And Kelly, I'm assuming that, you didn't do everything virtually with your sessions and things prior to. So
No.
Are we focusing only on the email engagement, or, are you sending even a note in the mail to them, a postcard or something, something engaging that way for people who aren't always on, everybody assumes everybody's always on Facebook and Instagram and all that, but not everybody is. And I don't know about your clientele, but is there, you need to incorporate, I think, a physical as well, is just a thought.
That's an interesting thought. This is an email list. I've done a newsletter for 8 years. So it's an old list in many ways. But it's that aspect has always been virtual.
I'm probably okay with an email communication with that crowd. Yeah. Debbie, go ahead.
I just want to have a little different perspective, because I often read like the beginning part of someone's newsletter on my phone. So I'm not actually clicking on it. I'll get the very beginning part of it. And so I read it, but I'm not a clicker. And I'll tell you that I actually had someone come back who was on my email list for 7 years. But I sent, the monthly newsletter. I sent birthday cards. I sent, a letter in the mail once a year. And he came back to me. I had no concept that he was paying attention, because he never clicked on the emails. But here's what it did. He actually called me and said, I need to have a chat with you, because you've stayed in touch with me so beautifully, and it's just kept you in my mind. And now I'm ready to write a book, and there's no one else I want to do it. So you don't know who you're just staying in top of their mind just because they're not clicking. So a little different perspective.
Point.
Margaret, go ahead.
Yeah, I will say, tagging on what Debbie said, that happened to me just a couple of months ago when I decided my newsletter had been dormant for a long time. And I decided if people want to know, if I want people to know I'm here, then I need to at least send it out monthly. So I've made that commitment. And immediately I got a response from a woman who lives here in the area who wants me to be on her podcast. So I had no idea that she was even on my list, and she, I mean, it's like she knows me like she thinks she does, but I don't remember her. But it is sort of amazing when all of a sudden somebody says, oh, yeah. So you just never know. I get responses sometimes from people. I can see my click rates and my opens and all of that, but it's just, the consistency piece is the key, I think. And I know you're consistent about that.
So just a little education as to why you would do a re-engagement campaign from a marketing perspective. People who are not opening or clicking your email are bringing down your open and click rates. And when you have a low open and click rate, that tells your email server and the other emails not to push your email through. So there is actually a mechanics behind it as to why you want to do it. So it is recommended that you do it every 3 or 4 years. But also, like Debbie mentioned, she's still sending birthday cards and doing other things that, kind of kept in touch with some of those folks. So that's just wanted, whether you choose to do it or not, it's absolutely up to you. But I just wanted you to know there's a method to the madness behind the scenes. So, all right, Anne had a quick question. So I'm going to jump. Kelly, I'm sorry. Kelly, did you get what you needed, my friend?
I think so.
Okay,
so. Thank you.
If you have any other suggestions for Kelly, feel free to drop them in the chat box. Anne had a question, so I'm going to have Anne. She'll be our last question of the day. Anne, take it away.
It's actually just advice. Well, I guess that's what the question's for. Anyway, what I am doing now as kind of my thing is going to be redoing the house that we just moved into. When I say redoing, it's just full of junk right now, our junk, and I'm repurposing it and refurnishing it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing it on a budget, and I'm doing it with stuff we have because we can't buy anything new at the moment. And then we'll get a few little things and stuff. And I'm going to be posting these every week. It'll be videos, it'll be pictures and stuff. And my question is, what kind of things might you be interested in seeing or hearing about, or because I'm just winging it. And if anyone has ideas they'd like to see or things that they've thought about or wondered about or anything, I would be glad to hear. You can put them in the chat. You can email them to me. You can tell me now. I know we're getting close on time.
A bunch of hands going up. So
okay.
Sharon has her hand still up. So
okay. That'd be great.
So because I'm like just starting bathroom remodels myself, I love before and after. So when you do the pictures of this is what a room looked like when you started, and here's what it looks like after you're done. And when you're doing that, list of resources that you use. So you bought something that's really cool. Like, where'd you buy it from? And the other thing that I love to see is organization ideas. And always like, how are you using baskets or bins, or, if you've got this weird little cubby, what are you filling it with? And any way you can make a room more functional with organization, I love to see ideas on that.
Good. Nice. All right, Margaret, then Kate.
I love HGTV. I like the remodel shows, so I like to see the process. So loving how you take a piece of furniture and decide that you're going to paint it some interesting color or multitudes of colors. So documenting, as somebody already put it in there, documenting the process to show, or whether it's in a video or in, whatever. I think that gives us all great ideas. And, you see people say, yeah, I found this on the side of the street, and picked it up, brought it home, made it beautiful.
Love that. Kate, go ahead.
Yeah, super short. in one of the Bold Heart, I was just going through my papers, so I found this again. There's in the Bold Heart, one of the workshops, there was an article about Gary Vee. And how he documents things really casually. He's just like taking little snapshots throughout. And to me, that seems to flow with your personality.
Yeah.
We're just talking about casual, like there's no pressure around what you're doing. Share with us. Just come to it with the spirit of sharing with us, and it will be interesting. Everyone loves it before and after, and you get to share your juicy details in the process as well.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. I did a video today, and then I went to post it, and I'm like, oh, my teeth are gray because I haven't had a clean for ages, and I only have one hand, and then I'm like, it's a mess. People are gonna comment on it.
Just let go of it. Let go of it, and let your beautiful spirit show and expertise show through.
Okay, and then Sherry,
right. So don't hide your light under a bush. You have beautiful light.
Yeah.
Let it shine.
Kelly, go ahead.
One of the things I love is to hear the why behind the action. So as you're showing us what you're doing, if there's a particular reason you're placing something here, tell us. That's part of my learning approach is I want to hear the why. And do not hide you. We love you, Anne. And if people, there's a lot of us around, so we'll all love you, Don't gauge, the best response I ever had on a Facebook Live was when I forgot to turn it off at the end. And I took my camera out of the holder and I turned off the light and I walked into the hall and looked at my phone and someone had commented, Kelly's left the room. And there's that moment of, oh no, I can't post this, but I did, and then added watch to the end for funny. And I got more reaction and response to that Facebook Live because it was natural. So be you. We love you.
I love it. One final thing, Anne. So I follow an author who's renovating a cottage, a vacation rental. And what I love about it is she shows us a little bit at a time. So she doesn't maybe show us the whole room, but she'll show us the nightstand and what she put on the nightstand, or maybe like an entranceway vignette or whatever. Instead of just like, this is the living room. And I just think that's so cool because I can process that. And I'm like, oh, I like how she put those towers over there and the candles over there. So just, you can create so much content from what you're doing. So think micro.
Okay, because right now it's like, there's so much, like I want to give the impression of the overwhelm that I'm feeling right now, because it's like so much crap everywhere and no money and no storage. So it'll be really
the first video right there.
Even for me.
Yeah. Here's the challenge at hand. I love it. I can't wait to see your videos, Anne.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, thank you so much. Some great questions and some great responses. I love how I think all of us can learn from the questions and the responses that received. Oh gosh. Don't worry, Pam, I'll send you the chat, the whole thing. I'll send it to you in your email, so you will have it. Your hoe is full of boxes, Laura. Tell us more about that hoe.
Yes, got your attention, didn't I?
Only because I have a dirty mind.
Welcome to Friday morning.
Welcome to Friday morning. Toe down.
Yes,
all
my
right, we're
home
good.
is full of boxes.
What's your home?
My home.
Oh, that's cute. Well, I love it. I love everybody's questions today. Thank you again. We're going to switch gears to announcements. So just a reminder, announce something you are promoting or need a referral for or a shout out, but please feel free to use the chat box for anything else you want to add. So to kick us off, I'm going to ask Tracy to go, and then I will go.
Not ready to go first.
You want me to go first?
Please.
Okay, I'll go first, and then you'll go next. How about that? You get a chance to warm up. I know we talked about authors just a moment ago. I am opening up my Celestial University book club again. It's going to be different than my past iterations. First and foremost, it's free. Who likes a free book club? I do. And I know Mary Beth's like, what? And we're going to be covering, the theme is Loud Women. either authors who are allowed women or characters who are allowed women. We'll be talking fiction and nonfiction. And yes, and it'll be evening discussions as opposed to during the day. So when I get done talking, I'll drop the link in. You can sign up right now. Again, it's free, and I would love to have you in there if you're interested. So with that, I will jump it to Tracy and then Susan Driscoll.
Okay, thank you. I feel like I've been disconnected from the group for a few weeks because I was working on two big client events. So ladies, if anybody would like to do coffee chats over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I would love to spend some one-on-one quality time with each of you. So,
yes, that's a great
have a happy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Tracy. Susan, then Tammy.
I have an ask this week. If you have a woman in your life who has been saying over and over that she's unhappy where she is, she really would be loving to do something else that's more in alignment with her. I'm enrolling one of my programs right now. It's called Emergence, and we're going to be creating something new in the participant's life, and at the same time allowing that woman to emerge the woman that she's meant to be. So I would love a referral or point them my way to connect with them, and I'll put the link in the chat.
Awesome offering. Thanks, Susan. Tammy, then Kate.
I'm just going to share a travel tip. Right now, rental cars are extremely tight to get in inventory. So if you are going to be taking a vacation and you think you're going to need, or you're going to want a rental car, the second that thought of going on vacation and where you're going to be comes into your mind, go rent a car, do the one that's cancelable, but get your name on the list, because the inventory for car rentals is extremely low. They've depleted their inventory as part of COVID, so because they couldn't carry the cost of all of it. And now when they need to rebuild their inventory, the car parts aren't there, so they can't buy new cars to replenish their inventory. So just make sure that if you're going to take a vacation where you need a car rental, the second it comes into your head, go book a car.
That's great advice. Thank you, Tammy, for that.
You're welcome.
That's such an interesting byproduct of the coronavirus. That's something I would have guessed. Thank you, Tammy, for that. Kate, then Mary Beth.
Okay, so I posted the link about Document Don't Create. It's a very good article and video. My promotion today is to come to Powerful Lightbringers. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm running a 10-day prosperity game, which is the Abraham Hicks prosperity game, where you get more money each day. So this will expand your abundance and show you where your money mindset limitations are. It's just going to be super fun. So come on over to Powerful Lightbringers.
Thank you. And thank you for dropping Gary V's link in there. It is a good one. I remember it. Mary Beth and Sherry.
This was great today. I got some really good ideas. I want to share with you a major thing that happened to me yesterday. I was on a call with a woman who's mentoring me in medical intuition, and she asked me to give her a testimonial, and she's going to make me one of probably she's only got 3 people she recommends, and I'm going to be number 4. And this is a lady who's going to be on the Shift Network, if anybody knows. This is like big deal stuff. And she said she would write an intro to my revision. So I just had to share that with you. I'm so...
Congratulations.
Okay. Yes. All right. And thank you for listening.
That is amazing, Mary Beth. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, speaking of authors, Sherry Andrews, and then we'll have Kelly go next.
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about. So thank you to everyone who supported me during my book launch. It was a lot of work, and it's very much appreciated, all the help. I want to remind everyone that if you purchased the book, either pre-order or during the launch, you can go to my website. I dropped the link in the chat and download the launch packet, which is a lot of really good information in there. There's checklists, there's charts, there's DMCA policy for your website. And if you include your mailing address, I will send you an autographed book plate. And I've been addressing envelopes to send people book plates, but I don't want anybody to be left out. So if you would like that, Please make sure to do that in the next day or two because that is going to get pulled from the website by Monday.
All right. Get a signature from Sherry. Love it. Kelly, then Debbie.
I just returned from a business mastermind retreat in Virginia. I got to leave rainy Louisiana and go to sunny Virginia. It was really nice. So I am in process of doing like re-engagement things and stuff like that. I don't have anything new, but I am excited for what's coming.
Well, we're excited for you, Kelly. Love it. Congratulations. Debbie, then Hannah.
I want to give a shout out today to Connie Joe, but not for what you think. She actually, she and I talk every day, and I was struggling because I don't like having so many programs. I said, I'm really struggling to do follow-ups on coffee dates. And I've been having a lot. And so she said, start tracking them. And she shared with me her tips for how she does tracking of her coffee dates. And I created a little Google sheet. And since I've done that, I realized, first of all, I'm having, and this is the official term, a shit ton of coffee dates. And it's awesome to go back and then see what my action is and when I last talked to somebody. And so I just want to give her a shout out for non-bookkeepery things, but for a really helpful way to track things. And it's a feeling of incredible increase. So thank you, Connie Joe.
That's a lovely shout out. Yay, Connie Joe. Hannah, then Margaret.
Yes, I have an ask, and I just want to tell you a story today, and it is about my work this morning. I have been intensely at work on a logo for a long-time client who is starting something new within her business, and she said to me, I want you to do this because you have known my business and my goals for so long, and I know I can trust my baby brand to you. And so if you know anyone who is looking for some graphic love and caretaking for their business, please send them to me.
That's
Have a nice weekend.
Story. Congratulations, Hannah, taking care of baby brands everywhere. Margaret, then Darlene.
Yeah, it's fun information today. Thank you, everyone. First of all, many of you know my coaching process and the things I do, but some of you don't know that I also am a career coach, and do resumes and LinkedIn. And so I have a special offer that's going out to college grads. And all of a sudden it occurred to me also to offer it to high school seniors because resumes, you don't know what you don't know about a resume, and people put stuff out there that really is bad. And, but they don't know that. So I'm offering a third off my, my services, and I'm happy to help with high school seniors as well, because colleges often are now requiring or requesting a resume. So that's my offer, and I hope everybody has a great week and a wonderful Memorial weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Darlene, then Anne.
A quick shout out to everyone who has started following me on Instagram. Really, really, really appreciate that. And request, if you want to be on my contact list, put it in the chat box. I'd love to do that. And if I still need to prove myself, I'm okay with that too. Hang in there. I'll be back. I'll be taking these suggestions, and then maybe you want to follow me, or then you want to be on my list. Anyway, the heads up is I'm getting ready to offer a card of the month club. So my original art, my original photographs will be on cards. How many times do you need a card? And you don't have what you need. And I'm going to offer not just the blank greeting card, but some greetings, some really warm, wonderful greetings to go with them as part of that package. So stay tuned.
Awesome. I love that. Yay. And then Laura.
Nothing other than I will be then posting videos and Facebook things. It will be on Facebook. I will try to get it on Instagram, and I will put my Instagram in the chat maybe in 2 weeks once I remember what my Instagram is.
Sounds good.
I use it so often. Yeah. So yeah. And here are my beams, just so you can see.
Oh, look at the beams.
Yeah. Anyway,
I see some creativity going to come afoot with that. Awesome. Thanks, Anne. Laura, then Judy.
Good morning. Just a couple announcements for the Wednesday virtual networkers. Coffee dates are this week, the 26th, May 26th. And then the following week, Christy Crippen, who is our resident administrative assistant in our group on Wednesdays, is going to be talking about setting yourself up for a productive week. So that promises to be very interesting presentation. So I'm excited about that. If you know of any women who are looking to join virtual networkers, and we know that Friday's full, send them our way. Connie Jo has openings, Rachel has openings, I have openings. We're looking for amazing women to join our network and to continue to help us grow. So that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Laura. Judy, then Connie Jo.
Yep, I'm offering my business alignment workshop again in about a month. And I'm on my iPad and it's not easy to put links in there, but I put my email in the chat. And if somebody's interested in knowing more about it, please email me and then we'll set up a conversation. Thanks.
Thank you. Connie Jo, then Stacy.
Virtual networkers, Monday, we're going to have a speaker, Lisa Adams. Her topic is entrepreneurship as a spiritual path. Sounds fun, juicy. My announcement, let's see. So from a very young age, I've been a teacher at heart. I played school. I homeschooled my kids, birth through high school. I love teaching. Kodak, I ended up teaching. I have a startup package that I put the link in the chat box where I teach solopreneurs how to do their books. So basically how to get started in QuickBooks Online and how to actually go through and do a couple months with you so you can do it yourself when you can't yet, you don't feel like you can yet afford to pay someone to do your book. So I loved that part of the teaching part of that. So I'd love referrals if you know anyone that's doesn't have their book set up yet or is struggling. I love to teach. So thank you. Have a great weekend.
Awesome. Okay, Stacy, then Pam.
Hi, everyone. I, like Tracy, feel like I've kind of been not so connected to this group, a lot going on personally in life, including Margaret, a daughter graduating from college, but thankfully she doesn't need a resume because she has a job. So parents, you can all understand the joy of that. But what I want to share with you is I feel like since I've come in this group, I've kind of been bouncing around a bit with the human design, kind of seeing where I want to land, but I'm really landing in the career and business lane. And I've been helping some business owners lately doing career design analysis. And the testimonials that I'm getting back are crazy. So I have someone who knows human design who just brought me into her group to do a workshop for her group because she called me, her words, I would never say this. She said I was the most knowledgeable person she knew in human design, and we've studied together. So crazy. I've done coaching with another coach who's a leadership coach who said it was that the human design coaching was the most powerfully impactful coaching she's had. So as I'm kind of putting this together, I haven't been sharing a lot about it, but if you know anyone who owns a business, and whether they're a solopreneur or have a team and would be interested in finding out more, or who has a group, I am starting to do presentations. I think with this group, it's slated in September because right now my presentations were long, so I'm trying to get them short. But if you want to have a coffee chat with me as I'm working this out, and hopefully in the next month or so, I'll really come in here with less chatty, more succinct. But if you want to have a coffee chat and find out, I would love it.
Yay, Stacy, good for you. I look forward to your presentation in the fall. Pam, finish us off, please.
Hey there, I want to give a shout out to Sherry and all the folks who contributed to her putting this book out, Debbie, Hannah. Love the feel of it and just taking a dive into it. My daughters keep laughing at me because, I ordered it off of Amazon the other day and my one daughter just keeps beating me up for every book that comes into this place, so I try to hide some of them on my Kindle, so they don't see them. And, I was like, no. I said, this is important information. It's somebody in virtual networkers. We, love and support each other. And she's like, oh, I was just wondering why you're getting another book. So anyway, I'm enjoying it and had a great coffee chat with Kanya Joe this week. Look forward to more coffee chats. Or tea chats. I put my link in there, or cocktail chats. Hell, like you want to end up your week with a great coffee chat, a cocktail chat. I'm your girl. I am, excited about speaking to this group on June 4th. I'm going to be talking about mindset mastery to go from wisdom to wealth. I work with within a positive intelligence framework, and I don't know who in this group will be sending out that invite or notice on the email, but I need to put a link in there for folks to invite them to take an assessment in advance. And since we're not meeting on the Friday before Memorial Day, let me know who I talk to. And if you have anybody else, I'm a storyteller at heart. So if you've got somebody else that has a virtual stage for me to give this talk to, or the storytelling chat that I did for the Wednesday group back in February, I'd love to have that connection. My niche is entrepreneurial women, but I've got a speech booked for this coming August that's within a nonprofit arena. So nonprofit leaders that need to master their mindset to become great storytellers would be my great audience as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, Pam, feel free to send that link to me. I'll be the one sending it out. I'll be sending it out on the 31st, so I need it before then.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I hope you enjoy next Friday. Sleep in, whatever, go crazy. So we'll see each other on the first Friday of June for Pam's presentation. I'm looking forward to that. Mwah! Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.